How have digital technologies really shaped and transformed learning and development in industry?
That's a great question. I'm blessed to sit in a chair of, like I mentioned before, working across some of Microsoft's largest US-based industry units. Like I said, state and local government, US federal, healthcare, our financial services team, our education team, right? So 5 of our largest verticals. And so it allows me to have a really good pivot into what's going on, how they kind of differ and how they're common. The healthcare team has set up a solutions academy, and their objective was to train folks from the healthcare industry that have come into Microsoft. They've got the healthcare industry knowledge. They don't have the Microsoft technical knowledge, and vice versa. We have a lot of technical people that have jumped in that industry unit they've got the technical chops, but they need to be trained up on the industry side. And so that's one example, solutions. We're seeing more and more in healthcare as well, what I'll call the digital edge of learning. So no longer do nurses and patient-facing engagement, those folks just do manual labor. That they now need technical upskilling because their job requires it. Like the patient tools are now becoming more and more digitized, and so a lot more learning being pushed to the edges of healthcare providers. That's one example. We're seeing in banking, quantum, AI, machine learning, a lot of upskilling required in the financial industry just because of number crunching and planning digitally and forecasting numbers and data. And so that's interesting to watch. And then I'd say lastly, Vishali, education's an exploding space for technology. I see that with my children, remote learning, and the evolution of how you reach a sixth grader to a high schooler to a university student through a screen. What are the ways to keep them engaged? There's a ton of innovation happening in that space. It's really fun to watch.